Okay, y'all. I had to log off and log back on again. So, welcome to Meditations with Marigny. For those of you that follow me on a regular basis, um, I appreciate you guys for what you've done to help me get to 100 subscribers. And I would truly, truly appreciate it if you would share my videos with your friends, family, or anyone that you feel could use the content that I speak about. I want to give you guys a reminder that on this coming Sunday, June 1st at 7 p.m., I am going live with, um, I'm going live with, um, I just lost my train of thought, y'all. I was videotaping and recording, and maybe halfway through, and a dog started chasing me just now. So I actually had to stop the video and I just deleted it because I felt like the content was going to be disrupted. And so I'm kind of regathering my thoughts, and it's a little bit darker now than I had anticipated it being. So just bear with me and stick with me throughout this process. I just need the Lord to just refocus me right quick. But on June 1st, Sunday at 7 p.m., I'm going live. Meditations with Marigny. I will drop the link inside of the description, and I will be going live to let you guys know, one, about the YouTube channel, and two, we're going to be talking about the things that we talk about on my channel, but we're going to be talking about it with some people that perhaps either have experience in those areas, and we're going to let that portion of what I do be driven by those who listen and watch my channel. So for the comments and things of that sort, content will be driven based upon people sending in their emails, and also them responding in the comments. So just know that there's some good stuff coming down the pipeline, and I'm looking forward to continuing this journey with you guys. But tonight, and just remember that even though I'm going live on this coming Sunday, my regular day is going to be Thursdays at 9 p.m. Every Thursday, 9 p.m. It's going to be 1 hour. First 5 minutes, we're probably going to pray and, just have a word from the Lord. And then for 50 minutes, basically, or 45 minutes, we're going to kind of tap into whatever it is. And then we're going to close out at the end. So I just wanted to come on tonight because I have missed a couple of days. I've been trying to prepare my office, and I'm redoing the office. And so because of that, I haven't been as diligent with doing the videos. I tried to do some last week that would give me enough content that I would have some reserve that's out there. And I do have some things in there, but I just haven't been led to release it to you guys. So, but there was a video that I saw of another YouTuber, and she's a content builder. She's strategically building her content for the purpose of making money. If anybody that knows me, that's not why I'm here. I'm here because this was just kind of what I was led to do. I've been doing it for some years on Facebook Live, and then I was just led to go live with it on YouTube and start a channel. And she was talking about her husband and some challenges that they had had in the marriage, and that she was in the process of leaving. And she was kind of going into depth about, his continuous cheating and things that they've had over the past 10 years. And to be honest, as she was talking, her situation when she initially started talking, it really kind of mirrored what I had been through. And I could honestly relate to her saying that she was leaving, like she was like, he's not a bad person, and he treats me well, and he pays the bills and things of that sort, but the cheating was just too much. And she talked about him being a great father and how he had supported her and her children and things of that sort. And so I could really resonate with what she was saying. That was day one. Day two, we came back and I said, well, I'm going to follow this because this is interesting. And I even remember thinking to myself, well, maybe I'll go back and send her one of my videos that I did. It's called Never Date in Your Broken Space. And it's talking about when you date, when you're in your broken space, you will choose someone that is not good for you. So as we look at being in our 30s, 40s, 50s, My algorithms tell me that the people that listen to my videos and watch my channel are between the ages of 40 and basically 65 years old. And if you are in that age bracket, you must choose differently this time. If you're truly interested in getting married again or having a mate or a consistent relationship, you have to be one. I tell people that you do need to be more selective. You should look at people and see whether or not they're a good fit for you. The things that you might have been willing to grow with someone during our 20s, I'm just not willing to do that in my 50s. I'm no longer willing to give somebody 10 years to grow up. If you're a grown man and I'm still having to tell you to take a bath and brush your teeth, and that's an issue that I'm just not getting ready to deal with. I didn't want to do that in my 20s. And so going back to her video, so when she was talking about what was going on, I could truly relate to everything that she was saying. She was talking about the struggle of thinking about being a single parent, the possibility of not having a stable household income. She's really family oriented and she really believes in the structure of family, and she did not want to dismantle her family. So it was really important to her that she kept her children in the household with him. And so then I was like, okay, well, what else is going on? And I'm sure people said that same thing, consistently about me, because who would leave a good husband or who would leave a good wife? Like, who would walk away from something that is great? Who would do that in this day and time? And you have to look at the underlying conditions. And when I say that, you think about the other day I talked about us going to take care of our health. A healthy person can catch a cold and perhaps they might get pneumonia, and that healthy person can fight off, their body can fight off whatever that disease is. Their immune system can combat that because there are no other underlying conditions that are there. But a unhealthy person who would catch that same cold, somebody that already has high blood pressure, they already got diabetes, they already have some type of immune deficiency, that person is not going to be able to fight off or ward off the same um, infection or disease as somebody else that is healthy. So I want to just kind of use that as a key component. And when I was listening to her, I kept saying, it seemed like something else, because she kind of cussed in her delivery too. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I wonder what the conversation like. These are all things going through my head. I wonder what the conversation is like when she's talking to him. Because if she's that casual with talking to people that she does not know on a national and international platform, what does that look like within the home? Because typically, whatever we're comfortable with doing here is going to be even more potent within the household. So I kept listening and stuff, and I was thinking to myself, okay, I will probably send her my video, because I think it could be helpful to some of the challenges that she was saying she was faced with, and some of the things that she just had concerns about. Like, those are real situations. It's real when you're getting ready to come through a divorce, to think about, how am I going to pay my light bill? It's real to think about, how am I going to handle this mortgage? It's real when you're like, I need to get a second job. It's real when you're like, I got kids in school and they need shoes. It's real. And so I kept watching. I watched day 2, and then we got to day 3. And day 3, by that time, they had a conversation. And she said, and I'm paraphrasing, she said that basically her husband brought to her attention about the fact that she's disrespectful to him. He brought to her attention that she talks to him any kind of way. She has a potty mouth, and she's constantly speaking to him in a way that emasculates him and causes him to feel like he's less than a man, oftentimes in the house. And she was admitting to the fact that there were some things that she needed to work on. And he basically told her that, you don't make me feel invited to be here in the home. You don't make me feel like what I do for this household is worth it. And I'm saying that because, ladies, my algorithms initially showed that it was mostly women that watched my channel. Now it's showing that there are men as well. And I will tell you that most of my comment and my thought processes come from my experience in the barbershop and playing pool. You must, as women, understand that there is a way to do everything. And I want to use my own example of my mother. I never heard my mother speak to my father in a disrespectful manner. I never saw that. If she did it behind closed doors. But in front of us as the children, we never saw her disrespect him. Whether she liked what he said, whether she agreed with it, whether they were on the same page. And I'm not saying that this is right. What I'm saying to you is that I never saw her disrespect my father. And therefore, I never saw him disrespect her. And because they had a mutual respect for one another, there's a frog right there. Because they had a mutual respect for one another, and that respect that was there was respect within our home. And with the respect within the home, you didn't see the kids cussing my mama out. Like, it wasn't a whole lot of that. Now, you might have had some sibling stuff going on, and that really was very rare. But you did not see a lot of discord. And I'm saying that to say that there is a difference. I did a video about can your marriage survive through cheating? I just published it about a week ago, if that long. And it's talking about what can your marriage survive if it's cheated on? Yes, it can. However, there are some components that sometimes a healthy marriage can survive that an unhealthy marriage or a something that has gone on long term and has not been dealt with, it cannot. And so I'm saying that because the lady who is doing the video, I didn't want those people's car to be in this. The lady who was doing the video, you know, she admitted to the fact that maybe there are some things that she may have done that caused that. And she basically helped him to seek out someone that would be kinder to him. Now, I want to put a disclaimer out there. By no means am I saying that that's right, because with me having been a wife that was cheated on, that was not an easy thing. And there was nothing that my husband could say in reference to that. He couldn't say that I was disrespectful. He couldn't say he was sex deprived. He couldn't say that he had a woman that was nasty. He couldn't say that he had a woman that didn't respect him. He couldn't say any of that. And so I do know that there are exceptions to the rule. But when I listen to her channel, and I'm getting ready to, when I get off here from you guys, I'm getting ready to go back and watch her. I want to continue to follow her story and see what strategies that she's going to put in place to possibly see how she can repair her marriage, if it can be repaired. Because if it's been multiple times, a lot of times, honestly, that just cannot be resolved. And it's unfortunate because it becomes a lifestyle. And then you have to kind of choose whether or not you want that to be your lifestyle. But the question that I want to ask to the ladies is, do you feel that it is important to speak to your husband and or your mate? I'm mainly talking about people that are married. Do you think that it is important to speak to your husband in a respectful way and to honor him in your household? I would love for you to give me some feedback. You can email me at meditationswithmarigny@gmail.com, or you can put it in the comments and I will respond. All right, I need for you guys to like this video. I need for you to share it with a friend, and I need for you to subscribe. Have a good night.